and gentlemen, welcome back to DTR. We are here for the first race of Season 13 in Division 1. I am your host and lead com, D Summers 90. I don't know if Nellboy is going to be joining me in the booth, but he's definitely in the in the game, spectating along with me. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome in, Andre. Hope you're doing well. I hope the race goes well for you. While we are waiting for a few laps to start, I will bring up the list of drivers. And, well, okay, that wasn't great, but we'll hop on with Stuart while he's going round. We have the drivers here. For Alpine, we have Cassell and Maggot, Aston Martin, Honey Badger, and M. Benny. We have Ferrari with Berserk and Pac-Man. We have Haas with F1 Lime all on his lonesome. We have Kick Sauber with ERT Lynx all by himself. We have the notorious team at McLaren of Brandon and Jay Hayward. They usually do pretty well around here. We have the Mercedes team of last season's champion Grelis, along with Benny Buno, who is unfortunately unable to be here tonight due to a family surgery. We do hope your family does well, Benny. So, all wishes out to you from everyone at DTR. Then we have Racing Bulls of Evan and Barry Bogorovsky. We have also got Red Bull of Miyagi and Giannis. We've got Williams of Hackett and Little Mikey. And then we have a number of reserves as well for the tier. So, let's get on board with Stuart as he is on his first flyer. Please tell me if the volume is too low on the game and I will turn it up. Okay, he's coming up to turn 4 now. It's a difficult off-camber corner, especially on colder rubber, which will play a big part into the race later on. But yep, as it's the first lap of the evening, it's going to be a purple first sector for Stuart. Brings it down into turn 10, nicely taken. You don't want to rush through turn 10. Otherwise, you will just wear out your tyres. Massive traction zone into the DRS zone up to 11. Let's see how he takes 11 and 12. I do love these sweeping corners here. This is a tricky corner to get the braking point correct. Looks like Stuart has nailed it. Let me just quickly turn up the volume here. There we go, that should be a little bit better. As Stuart comes across the line for provisional pole, a 129.0. Now, who is next? It looks like it's a Williams. That it is Magic Poop Cannon. Let's see how his first lap has gone. Oh, not very good. Must have had a couple of mistakes there. We've got Hayward coming through the final corner now. What does he do? And it's a 28.9. He pips Stuart to the line. We have a Ferrari of Berserk. Oh, and he goes third with a 31. And Brandon goes fastest with a 28.8. What have we got here? We have now got Barry Bogorovsky and Giannis is there. Let's see, Miyagi crossing the line to start it. Okay. And Maggot goes fastest by 2 tenths. That's a brilliant lap. Let's go back on with... Let's see, who was it? It was... Bog, I believe, is the first car out there actually on a lap on track. I could be wrong. Actually, I am wrong. Because it is Giannis, I believe. So let's see where Giannis can put himself. I've not raced Giannis. I've not seen them race. So I do not know how quick they are going to be. But we will find out. Poop Cannon improves his time. And that's P7 for Giannis there. Now we have Grelis, who is starting a lap. We have Haywood coming into the pits. Let's see. It is a racing ball of Barry Bogorovsky. I've raced against Bog last season. He's a stalwart of DTR, being the owner and all that. And he puts himself in 8th with Miyagi following him and taking his position straight away. Now we have got Reliot coming round to finish their first lap. And that puts him up into 8th with a 29.4. Let's see. We have Honey Badger on an out lap. We also have, who is this? That's Lil Mikey starting his lap. We have Stuart going around again. I think he's done a fast lap, cool down, and then fast lap again. Let's see where he is. He moves up into 5th above Benny. We have a fast-moving Grelis down in 17th at this moment. Where will he jump up to? And he takes provisional pole by 0.6 of a second. He is not mucking around tonight. Now we've got Honey Badger coming onto his flying lap now. Let's see. We have the Alpine of Cassel as well. And Andre's just started. Guna has just started. Evan also starting, so I believe it might. Yep, it is Little Mikey who is the lead car in this procession. Let's see where these guys go, because there's still a number of people who have not yet set times. I do apologise. It's been a while since I've done commentary. He puts himself in P10 with a 29.590. So we now have Stuart on his lap again. Is he coming into the pits? Yes, he is. So we have Honey Badger going around to the final corner now. Let's see what he can do. He decided to speed home on the Autobahn, did 27 kilometers in 8 minutes. Let's see if he can do that in today's race. He puts himself in 5th position with a 1:28.894. Who was next? It was the Alpine of Cassel. Puts himself up into 13th. Then we have Andre, 14th. And I missed who that was. It was Guna, putting himself up onto the podium positions for the start of the race. And we now have Evan crossing the line. Also jumps very far up into P4 for the time being. There's a lot of very fast drivers here. I'm glad I'm in Division 2, which will be tomorrow, simultaneously casting with Division 3. So if you wish to watch, you have to be careful which one you want to watch. Let's see. We have Brandon starting a lap now. I believe Haywood is already out there on a lap. Nope, he has backed out of that by the look of it. Well, we will stay on with Haywood for the time being and see if he did actually back out, because he's still burning battery, so it might have just been the game trying to mess with me. But who knows? Oh, I forgot to grab myself a drink before this, but no worries. Let's see what this lap time's going to be from Hayward. Does he have host privileges? It's only P6. Puts himself behind his teammate. They may well end up being a roadblock for the cars behind if they work together. Let's see who else is out here. We have Reliot on an outlap. We have Janice is on an outlap as well. Who was this? So Bog is coming on into Brandon. Puts himself up into second place with a 128.5. Still 5/10 off of the reigning champion. I have a feeling they're going to struggle to beat Relis tonight. And I'm going to actually turn up my volume slightly. Just because I feel the game is not loud enough for you guys. It's just so it doesn't deafen me, but it doesn't seem to be as loud when it's coming through on the stream. Let's see. So, Poop Cannon puts himself up into third, being 100th behind Maggot. We have a outlap of Stewart. We also have Hayward coming through again. I believe that is going to be a pit in. Yep, that is correct. We have Mr. Miyagi coming round the final corner. Let's see where he can put himself. He goes 2.5 tenths faster, up to 10th. Reliot comes across, puts himself in 9th. And Grelis has just started yet another lap. Giannis puts himself up into 14th. Let's go on with the current pole sitter and see how he is doing this. He's already burnt through half of his battery by the time he gets up to turn 4. Takes it nice and easy, no wheel spin. Very smooth through there. You can tell he is driving on a wheel. It is difficult to do that on pad. Let's see, where is the next split? So, let's see if he is up on his previous time. As he comes through the left hand of 11, he'll go through the right hand of 12. Is he up? He is. He is up by half a second. 5 more tenths. If he keeps this up, it's going to put him on a 27.5. Will he complete the lap and not lose any of that time? Let's watch and see. Okay, so he lost 2 tenths in the final corners, but still puts himself 5 whole tenths. 5.5 tenths, near enough, ahead of the competition. The man is insane. There is his teammate starting a lap of Andre. Andre is reserving up from a lower division today because of Benny Buno not being able to partake tonight. I know Andre pretty well when it comes to racing. He's relatively consistent, doesn't make too many risks, doesn't make too many mistakes, but has been known to get caught out in incidents that had nothing to do with him, unfortunately, which has caused him problems in the past. But he will be hoping for a good start to the DTR season tonight. As he comes through turn 11, up the hill, into the right of 12, across the time split, Where is he? He's up by almost a second. That is a personal best middle sector from Andre. He is actually pushing, but it looks like he might be out of battery. Does he have enough to get across the line? He does. He makes it to a 129. It seems he might have lost a little bit of time down the final straight, and that would be due to a lack of ERS by the look of it. Okay, let's have a look. We have Cassell. We have only a marginal improvement, but an improvement nonetheless. His teammate is now starting. Oh, and I have been kicked from the session. I gotta love EA. I desperately need a technical issues screen for this. Yep. Thank you, Grelis. I will get in as soon as I can. Jesus. Why is the internet doing this to me? Thing is, it's not even the internet that is doing it. Yeah, I honestly don't know what the hell's going on because I'm now on Gigabit. It's literally EA servers. I was racing the other night and it did the same thing. Oh dear, oh dear. It might be that I cannot do comms for the league until either EA do a patch or something along those lines, because it's not going well so far. After the most recent update, they've botched a couple of things. Right, okay, who do we have next? We have little Mikey coming across the line. We have Haywood coming across the line now. Does he improve? He does. Moves himself up into 5th. Miyagi usurps him. Reliot coming across the line now. Does not improve. Let's see who is next. No improvement from himself. Let's see, we have Evan coming round the final corner as well. He improves up to 8th. Who is the last driver? It is Giannis. Improves by 2.5 tenths, but not enough to make the jump in position. We've got Guna coming round the final corner. Where does he go? He goes up to 6th by speeding up by 3 tenths there. We also have Benny coming round the final corner. My teammate for Division 2. And he is coming into the pits. Hoop Cannon has invalidated his lap. Brandon is coming round and is done with the session. So that is your starting lineup for these drivers tonight. We have Grelis, Maggot, Poop Cannon, Brandon, Miyagi, Guna, Haywood, Benny, Evan, Stewart, Honey Badger, Reliot, Andre, Cassell, Barry Bogorovsky, Giannis, Little Mikey, and Berserk bringing up the rear. So, does anyone in the chat have any predictions whatsoever about where they think people will be coming in the race here? Just going to grab a couple of screenshots here for this, so we have it all on record. Now, with this being F1 25, our Grape Spade, he is Grelis from last season. He's Division 1 champion from last season. But Bahrain has always been hard on tyres. Now, with the way that tyre wear is in F1 25, there are going to be a lot of pit stops, I have a feel. I feel there is going to be a lot. Do we reckon anyone is going to be brave enough to try the one stop? I personally wouldn't risk it. I would go with a two stop myself, but some people out there are crazy. Much like Grelis. So we're just we're just waiting for the drivers to sort out their strategies now. Here we go. One. Well, I forgot. It's the formation lap. So, let's get these going. We don't need that. That is fine. So we will ride on with Grelis for his formation right here. What we will do, we will bring up the tyres for this moment in time. So we've got a good mix of different compounds. We've got 3 drivers on the soft tyre, which is a little bit questionable around here. There you go, possible race strategies down at the bottom there. I don't think that those race strategies are going to work, to be honest. But I have a feeling the drivers who are on the mediums are going to be potentially going for a two-stop. The drivers on the hards might be trying to go long to try and do a single-stop race. I am surprised to see 3 drivers on the softs though. I'm actually surprised one of them isn't Andre, because Andre usually goes for a very alternative strategy. Once Grelis is lined up on the grid, I will go to Berserk's POV and change the camera to see if we can get a decent camera angle of the start. Looks like a good parking position from Grelis there. So here we are for the start of the race, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the first round of the DTR Season 13. Berserk is making amazing ground. Oh my word. Who was that? That was Guna up the inside. major collision. Oh, that is Benny is round at turn 2, along with Stewart. Oh, okay. Not quite sure what happened there, but we will double check that on the replay. I didn't expect to be doing this on lap 1, but here we are. We've got some movement further back. Let's have a look here and make sure that this replay buffer is working for me. No, it is not. Well, I can't use replay buffer tonight, but I'll sort it out for next week. No worries. So the front 4 have not changed position by the look of things, if I am not mistaken, although I could be. Everyone running line astern at this moment in time. A couple of gaps have formed, with Grelis and Maggot being the ones to pull away at the front, being a second and a half ahead of Brandon. Then there is a train all the way down back to Barry Bogorovsky. Oh, let's see. There was. We've got Cassell making a dive on Evan up into turn 4. Nicely done. Done it nicely. It would be nice to have a secondary commentator so they can call this out. Let's see. Where is the closest fight at this moment? It is Giannis right behind Berserk at this moment in time. Will he be able to make the move even though everyone else has got DRS as well? Now Cassell is putting pressure on Welliot going into the final sector. Of course, he is on the softer tyre, but he will have to pit sooner than Welliot. So he wants to make up positions and make up as much time as he possibly can early on to try and make as much as he can of those soft tyres. We have Haywood and Brandon very close together. Things are not going well for Stewart tonight. That is a 3-second time penalty. I think he is just very annoyed with how his race has started this evening. We've got Berserk chasing down little Mikey. And Giannis is also trying to go up the inside of Berserk here. He makes the move stick. Very nicely done into turn 10. Very Alonso-esque. We'll go up again with Miyagi here, who is chasing down Green at this moment in time. Now Honey Badger's the one catching up to Miyagi. Brandon has actually got himself, he was just within the 1 second until I came onto the camera with him. Don't take that out of context. Is Honey Badger going to be able to make the move up into turn 4 this time out? Well, he goes for it, slight tap of the wheel, but can't make the move. Unfortunate for Honey Badger. Miyagi defended that pretty well. left him enough space on the inside. I am a little bit surprised to see Poop Cannon as far down as he is. Maybe he is not a fan of Bahrain. Or maybe he's just biding his tongue. As we saw last season, he is a tyre whisperer when it comes to Silverstone at least. He took those soft tyres until there was rain on, I think it was lap 17. Pulled out an amazing overcut on everyone to bring the win home at Silverstone. Let's see, is there a closer battle? Brandon is right up behind Maggot right now. So the front four have finally come back together after 4 laps of being separated, and that's exactly what happens. There's the commentator's curse. I talk up Poop Cannon, and he gets himself a 3-second time penalty. It's always the way. So, does anyone have any predictions after seeing what they've seen so far in the race, in the chat? Does anyone think they know what is going to happen? We have got Andre poised to make a move on Berserk. Is he going to get the drive out of the head? He does. But not enough by the look that he's not going to dive him up into turn 2. But Berserk is out of DRS. So, Andre sticks behind him. He stays behind. I'm surprised. Let's go back on with the leaders at this moment in time. Rellis is going to have to really put his foot down if he doesn't want to get past him. He only burnt half of his battery, if he burnt any of it at all. I don't know what type of setup he currently has on this Mercedes, but it is fast in a straight line. And Honey Badger finally gets himself past Goon. That's big for Honey Badger because now he can try and spread his wings and fly away as he usually does in Division 2. What happened to us last season when we were up against him. If he got past you, he was gone. Although there is a relatively large train behind him now, going all the way down to Cassel, all with DRS. Everyone seems to be pretty close together. But it is unfortunate for Stewart, Benny, and Magic Poop Cannon. Benny just because of the incident that happened earlier on. Poop Cannon because of his penalty. And Stewart for, well, both. Oh, there is a change at the front. Maggot has lost 2 places, then is defending hard to keep that one, and he can't keep it, but he does have the DRS, so he will be able to get past Haywood up to turn 4. Very clean racing from the pair of them. It looked like a little bit of a wiggle from Haywood on the exit. He has lost time to Maggot, but both of them have lost time to Brandon. It looks like Brandon is going to be the one in the hunt right now, and Elliott gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That is very unfortunate for the Kick Sauber driver. Will Maggot be able to pull himself back into the DRS of Brandon on this lap? You have to remember that dirty air plays a massive part in this game. It is a nightmare to follow close. Your tyres will burn out. So if you follow too closely to the car ahead, just to try and keep in the DRS, you will be in trouble. And you will have to pit sooner than anyone else. It doesn't look like Brandon quite has the straight line speed, and a slight lock up from Grelis going into turn. As Relia is the first driver to come into the pits. So we will open up the tyres and see what he goes onto. He's going onto the hard tyres. So maybe he is trying for a very long one stop. Has anyone told him that the tyres don't go 20, or the hard tyres don't really go 21 laps anymore? I don't know if Reliot has done many of the social races. I know he was in the Imola social race earlier in the week. Grelis seems to be harvesting his battery. He knows that Brandon is going to have the DRS. He's not going to be able to get away from him without harvesting that battery. Going on board with Grelis down to turn 1. Oh, he's actually coming into the pits. Well, more for me, I guess. So this now means that we have a McLaren 1-2. Much like real life, we have a McLaren 1-2. But not quite a lineup behind what we expect. Because we don't currently have a Mercedes in that fight. Apart from Grelis, who has come into the pits. And Grelis has come out in 13th in clean air, most important. Let's see, there is the closest battle we have. Yuna is there. We also have Andre, who's right behind Barry Bolgarovsky right now. Two drivers I have a lot of respect for fighting it out. Hopefully they can keep it very clean, but fight hard at the same time. Make it interesting for us, lads. Just no safety cars. Will Andre get him into the final corner, or is he going to wait for the DRS? He's going to wait for the DRS and make the pass into turn 1 by the looks of things. DRS flap is wide open. Nice, clean, and well done. And there has been an incident. I don't know who it is. Where are they? Maggot had spun in turn 3. I am so sorry that I missed that. I was too busy watching the overtake. Maggot has dropped out of the top 8 and is now almost 4 seconds behind Little Mikey. That is heartbreak for the Alpine team. I wonder what's going to happen with all of that, and Stewart gets himself another 3-second time penalty. Tonight is not his night. Although, I will say, with everyone pitting the way that they have, Stewart has now caught up. Actually, no, sorry. Benny has passed Stewart. There's just so much going on. I missed half of it. So, we have Giannis passing Honey Badger, who is coming into the pits to make his first pit stop. Evan edging ever closer to his sister Red Bull team. Everyone's kind of spread out now, but there is still 4 seconds of air in front of Great Spade of Grellis. Yep, gap to leader, no problem. Let me see, there we go, gap to leader. So, the net leader, Grellis, is currently just under 21 seconds behind Brandon. I'm not sure of the pit delta here. I believe it is 21.5 seconds as a whole. So he is going to come out ahead of Brandon if Brandon pits now. The longer Brandon stays out there, the further back he is going to be compared to Grellis. So let's have a look. Will the McLarens start their pit cycles? Yes, they do. I believe Brandon might be listening. So Haywood takes the lead of the race as it is, and Guna gets past him. He is now the race leader, but we have to remember they have not pitted yet. So we still have 7 drivers to do their first pit stops of the race. Let's see the position changes right now. So, because everything is all higgledy-piggledy, we've got Guna and Haywood up 5 positions. We have got Evan up 6. We've got Janice and Lil Mikey going in tandem up 12 positions. Bogorovsky is up 9 places, while Andre is up 6. Reliot, who I believe has pitted, is up 2 positions, so he's doing pretty well for himself right now, because he also has other drivers ahead of him who still need to pit. Cassell is up a position as well as Berserk, because I believe TGL Stewart is just not enjoying his race tonight. This is not his track. He is not exactly giving up with the track, but is not displeased with it. As we now have Haywood coming into the pits. Let's go back to Grellis. And Evan joins Haywood in the pits as well. All Andre needs to do to help out his teammate is just back off ever so slightly. Let Grellis grab that DRS on the next lap, as Honey Badger sets the fastest lap with a 1:32.354. So Honey Badger is looking to make up positions now that he is on fresh run. I do apologise for all of the coughing. Ugh. And Cassell gets himself a 3-second time penalty as well. Let's see all of the penalties currently out there. So, everyone apart from Stewart who has... everyone apart from Stewart who has penalties is on 3 seconds, while Stewart is currently on 6, unfortunately for him. And as I was saying that, Berserk got himself the 3 seconds as well. So we are watching our race leader. He is well within the 1 second of his teammate right now. Will he have a good slingshot into turn 1? He's following for the slipstream. Gets past nice and clean. No issues between the teammates. Now we've got a racing bull roadblock in front of Grelis right now. Is Bogorovsky going to try and help his teammate Evan by backing Grelis up as much as he possibly can? We will have to wait and see. But the closest fight right now, apart from Grelis being right on Bogorovsky right now, is Brandon to Andre. Brandon needs to get past Andre to be in with a fight for the win here. But if Andre is smart, he will do what he can to hold up Brandon. He will defend like the Polish lion that he is. Oh, there is an incident. We have a Berserk going slowly before turn 8. And Brandon has got himself past Andre in that time, unfortunately. And Andre is coming into the pits to get himself off of those hard tyres. So, we have got a straight fight between Grelis and Brandon. Will Brandon be able to get past Bob? No, he does not get past him at this point. And I doubt Bog is going to let the position go easily up to turn 4. Then again, I am. That's going to happen a lot this season. Me just being wrong, as Mr. Miyagi gets himself a 3-second time penalty as well. A lot of people are treating the track limits rather liberally. I am surprised to see that is the difference in tyre delta one lap around here did for the mediums. Brandon pitted the lap before his teammate, and his teammate is now 7-8 seconds behind. That's pretty rough, as Berserk DNFs in the pit lane, which we all know is a bit of a no-no in DTR, unless you have a valid reason to do so. I have a feeling Brandon is going to go for the push this lap. Oh, and I've been kicked again. I do apologise, guys. EA has messed with me for the last week. I streamed a race for DTR earlier in the week, and it was perfectly fine. And Monday, I had server issues. It also happens that Monday is when they brought out the F1 movie DLC. So hopefully Nellboy can get me another invite. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I do apologise. So, even though this is not going to be the correct positions, because all of these cars are now AI, I am going to stay here until I get myself an invite. There it is. Invites and requests. And I know it wasn't my internet this time. Because last time I dropped frames, I had a hiccup. This time, I didn't have a hiccup. I'm having issues with EA, apparently. This is after uninstalling and reinstalling the game as well. But I have a feeling I might need to hand over the commentary to Nellboy from next week, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for you, you don't have to hear me again. Failed to join session. Great. Perfect. Sorry, Nellboy, can I get another? I swear, EA hates me. I do apologise, guys. I apologise to all the drivers who are going to watch this back and not be able to see the majority of the race because of EA crapping itself. I'm going to have to do something about it at some point. Right, okay, let's see. Nellboy, have you sent me a new invite, please? Does anyone in the chat know if the lobby has been completely cooked? Has anyone else left the lobby? Because this is an absolute nightmare. Just waiting for an invite to show up. It's never any fun. Let's see. Is anyone? Oh, okay. This is where I definitely need the technical difficulties. I do apologise, guys. We are currently having major technical difficulties. Right, okay, so I believe Nellboy will be the new host, if that's correct, Con. I am sorry about this, guys. We're having major issues with EA. A lot of the drivers have been kicked out due to a server crash, by the sound of it. Only a couple of people have stayed within the race in that lobby. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. Okay, Nell has just announced red flag situation. Um, I'm not certain what we do. Um, okay, so we are currently under a red flag situation. Um, not quite sure what's going to be happening. In regards to the stream, I am waiting for communication, since this is the first time I've had to deal with this in DTR. So, we'll leave it on Hamilton, Piastri, and Sainz while I check. Um, hmm. Okay, so we are currently waiting to see what is going to happen with the points and whether we are restarting or what is going on. Um, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have been informed that we are going to have to announce what is happening later on. There are ongoing discussions. Um, Unfortunately, that does mean it is the end of the stream. I do apologize for the fact that I dropped out twice during this session, and that last one was a big one because it wasn't just me who dropped out. It will be announced on the Discord what is going to happen. So if you haven't already, in the description below, there is a link to the Discord for DTR if you're interested in racing, or if you are just interested in being part of the sim racing community. Please click on the link below, join the Discord, have a chat with everyone, and see what goes on behind the scenes. I want to thank everyone here who was watching, and unfortunately, that is going to be the end of the stream. So, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening, and good night.